So you want to know the best way to grind gold and build a boat for treasure? Stay tuned, I'll show you how. Alright guys, before we kick off this video, please take a moment to click the subscribe button and make sure you click that notification bell. That's how you stay up to date on all my content. Alright, before we get going, I want to let everyone know I did not create any of these glitches, and I did not create any of these designs. These are all different things that are well known in Roblox and a couple of newer ones on Build-A-Boat. So, let's get this video started. Number 5. This is a hinge grinder. You can buy the hinge in the shop, very cheap. It only costs, I think, 150 gold, and you'll get 4 of them. And you only need about 20 or 30 blocks to do this. So, turn anchor mode off, build a tall post with a long piece coming off the end of it. Now you're going to want to go up on the top. So, I usually just use the candy, but there's different ways you can get up there. After you get up to the top, you're going to need to grab a seat. Now, the placement of the seat is very important. You need to place the seat so that it's only halfway on the block in front of you and halfway on your head, okay? So let's go up here and get a wooden seat. Place it right up there just like that. Now your character should be kind of floating in place. After you do that, you want to grab the hinge. That's this piece right here. Now you want to turn it around so that the yellow piece is facing the seat and put it directly behind your head on the edge of the seat. After that, remove the bottom block. You're just going to start flying forward. Really fast. It's really hard to control if you get turned around. You're going to fly whatever direction you're facing forward. It's a good way to grind gold. As you can see, it just flies through the level. Real easy to build. So definitely one of the top 5 ways to grind gold and build a treasure. Now it doesn't usually fly. It usually hovers over some things. And when you hit like one of these big rocks, it'll end up just getting destroyed. But that's 101 gold, and that took, maybe 20 or 30 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4. Alright, this, I believe Snooping Gaz created this glitch. It's not really a glitch, it's more using the mechanics of the magnets, the magnet grinder. You may have seen it other places on YouTube. This is just the basic way to make it. I like to just do a big thick block on the front. You can use whatever material you want, I guess. On the back of it, you need to grab a servo and put it facing outward, and then put a magnet facing towards the blocks on that one. Then you're going to grab a pilot seat, and it's easier to control if you put it towards the back. Then when you jump in the pilot seat, you're going to remove the block underneath. After you remove the block, you need to activate the magnet. Now, it doesn't always kick off right away. Sometimes you got to turn the magnet off and turn it back on. So, let's see it clicking for a couple of times. There we go. Now that it's going forward, you kind of got to rock it up and down so that it doesn't go too high up, that you don't get in the rocks and have it break apart on you. As you can see, it just sits there and hovers and flies through the levels. Now the magnet got broke, so I've got another great way to grind gold. Real simple, easy build. You just build it, reload it. Wait, what? Dude, I'm walking on water. I don't have any feet, but I'm walking on water. No, get back up there. There we go. I am walking on water. Sometimes this happens when you play Build-A-Boat. I don't know why it happens, but I'm not going to argue with it. So I'm just, okay, I'm dead now. So, number 3. Alright, this is something that we all created when the pilot seat came out. Everybody had their own version of it. I've showed this in a couple different videos already. You just build a giant cross or an X, and you put a pilot seat on it, and you use controls for the pilot seat, and you just make it walk. As soon as the pilot seat came out, everybody was making different things very similar to this. This is the most efficient style build I found for it. You can build it as big as you want, small as you want. If you make it the right size, you can go underneath all the obstacles and roofs, and you can just keep going all the way to the end. This is probably the most efficient way to grind gold, but it takes a little bit longer than some of the other methods. So this one has you go slow enough. You know, the black walls, if you go through them too fast, you don't get the gold. This one has you going at the right speed to where you will get all of your gold every time, and you'll get the gold brick at the end of each. So this is probably the most efficient way. But to me, it's kind of slow, and I like a more high-paced method. We're going to keep going. We should be pretty close to the end here. So yeah, you just keep going. If you use left and right, it'll tilt it or twist it depending on which direction speed it's facing. Once you learn how to control this, really, really easy. I did show this in the video back when the gingerbread men were out for the Christmas update that it passed, and I was using one of these to carry gingerbread men to the end of the path. Okay, sometimes the walls don't live, so you got to be careful, don't fall off the edge. This is really good at getting over all of the big rocks. And as you can see, we make it right to the end. Once you hit the beach, it's going to disintegrate, tumble apart, and you can still collect your treasure. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. We just hop up or fall off into the sand like I just did, and go claim your treasure. Now, like I said, this will give you your full gold. If you have 2 times gold and you're a royal member, you will get 225 gold for this every single time, and a gold brick. So, a great method. Number 2. Alright, this is a more recent glitch. I was shown this by Adrianzo12. Make sure you check out his channel. This is a Piston Grinder. Me and him did a collaboration on this. You just put 3 of those posts down at the bottom so it's not too heavy. There's different variations of it too. You extend the piston. You can buy pistons in the shop. I think you get 4 of them for 600 gold. I might be wrong. And then grab some wooden chairs and just place them until your head clips on. It takes 6 if you leave the piston fully extended. And this is a flying speed glitch. Now, you'll just fly straight through to the end. If you fly too fast, you won't get a whole lot of gold. You gotta try and keep it a little bit slower. This is hard to control, but again, once you get a handle on it, it's actually pretty easy to maintain. You need to get more height so you don't hit the obstacles. You just jump. Don't jump too many times. You'll fly up to the ceiling, the ceiling will break. And then when you get to the end, just delete one of these chairs right here and break yourself free. This is my second favorite way to grind gold. It's fast, it's easy, quick, doesn't take a whole lot of materials. Now, you don't always get all the gold, but I got 203 and a gold brick, so that's about the speed you want to go through. Now it's time for the number 1 way to grind gold. This is just my personal favorite, always has been. The spring wheel. I've always loved using the spring wheels, even though they're not as efficient anymore as they used to be. When they started changing the speed that you go through the black walls to claim your gold, the spring wheel was a lot less efficient. But if you have one built, you can launch it over and over. You don't have to look at it controlling the lever. That's why it's always gold time. The problem is when they put in that volcano, you hit it, you fly off. So that's why I'm using one with just regular stuff on it. It's better if you use mega thrusters or even the ultra thrusters, but if you go too fast, you're not going to get a lot of gold. So that's about all I got for you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the notification bell. Comment down below if this was helpful, and make sure you drop a like. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.